Jacket, Wilson, Olson, Torre, Nolan Clark. They've taught the public and managed its studios. They light your shows and troubleshoot your troubles. You know them, you fear them, you love them, but who are they? Join us as we go behind the desks and behind the scenes into the heavily shrouded minds and hearts of your local public access studio managers. This is your All Access Pass.
I started my illustrious career at Northwest Community Television back in 1984. I was actually hired part-time to be a studio manager at one of our 5, they were called Hub Site Studios, and this one was out in Plymouth. From there, things really started to happen. I moved to our New Hope facility, I think it was in '88, and then finally took over as access manager at our Brooklyn Park facility in 1992 and have been in that position ever since.
I have been with Northwest Community Television for 21 years. I started off as a studio manager at one of our hub sites out in Maple Grove. I was there for a few months, and then I moved to New Hope, where I was a studio manager there for, probably up until like mid-90s or so, and then I moved here to the Brooklyn Park studio.
I started working here at NWCT in August 2004. I graduated from Brown College in 2003. I started over on the Channel 12 side, following one of the photographers around, and didn't really know much about this place, but when I started I got a tour and I'm like, okay, and kind of start to feel out what happened down here, and I really liked that, you know, the public could come in and do their shows, and so I started also volunteering down here to get internship hours, and that's how I met Barb and Tamisha.
My name is Matthew Olson. I've been here at NWCT about 2 years now. I went to school for video at Minneapolis Community Technical College. Graduated there in 2003 and then worked independently as a producer, writer, director, doing a lot of short films and sketch comedy work while doing a lot of more industrial stuff to pay the bills on the side.
I've been here going on a year now. Actually, it's been a year. I actually graduated from Brown College in 2003 with an associate's degree in TV production, and I got my first job in public access at the LMCC in Lake Minnetonka, where I learned pretty much everything and anything behind the scenes in running an access studio.
Here at Access, we do something different every 2 hours, and that's one of the things that I love about my job. Probably the other thing is I'm a real people person. I love being around people. I get a lot of energy from that, so this is obviously a really great place to work.
People come in here from different backgrounds, ethnicity and genders, and you see these people come together and all that just kind of goes out the window, and they have a meeting of the minds and talents and creativity, and they all just work together, and I really like that about public access.
One of the things that I just can't stand is monotony. I like to switch things up a lot and kind of ADD like that, and so yeah, just coming here every day and always having a new challenge or a new person to meet, or yeah, I like the variety.
Just the diversity that you get here that I don't think you would get at a job. You know, we deal with a lot of people, so there's all kinds of different situations. You get to learn about different backgrounds of people, so that's really cool. There's a lot of holidays that I've never heard of before, and now I have, so it's kind of broadened my horizons.
You get to meet a lot of different people, which I don't know that you would necessarily get to do in a regular 9-to-5 job. And some of the people are quirky. I suppose just like we're quirky too, but
it's a great place to accumulate a lot of knowledge. I said it's kind of like working at a library, because if you think about it, everybody who's coming into this facility is doing a program about a topic or something that's important to them. And as a staff person, what happens is you just naturally glean information out of these shows that are being produced. And hey, you have really some pretty interesting knowledge at the end of a day of just things that you picked up. So, you know, you times one day times 24 years, I mean, my head is huge with knowledge.
The thing I don't like about public access is sort of the instability of it as an institution. You know, I think it should be something that is a solid part of our society like everything else, but I know that it's, I mean, every year we have to fight for it.
I think my least favorite thing about public access is that there's just not enough of it. We have in the Twin Cities quite a few different stations in the different cities, and that's a nice thing for all of the people that live in this area. But when you reach out to farther Minnesota, northern Minnesota, there's very few stations up there that people can go to and utilize their equipment for free and get their voice on TV.
My least favorite thing about public access, I would have to say, is when Chris Patrick tries to steal my food. And it's also really annoying when I'm sitting in the break room and he makes all these weird noises when I'm eating. I would say that would be my least favorite. But I love you, Chris.
I think my just, you know, favorite people in general is just their basic attitude when they come in here, and are they enjoyable people to work with. I don't mind working with anybody, but I think those are kind of the people that I enjoy working with the most, those that kind of have a positive attitude.
I think it takes a very special person to want to devote the time and energy to producing a regular TV show. It takes a lot out of you to do it, and so to do it with, you know, really no intention of getting paid, no intention of you know, a major career or fame or anything like that, just doing it to do it, I think that takes a very special kind of person. And by special, I mean maybe slightly, just a little bit crazy. Yeah, and the good kind of crazy.
Through the years, I have really seen Northwest Community Television kind of morph and change quite a bit. And the thing that I'm really most proud of this organization when I look back is it's become this amazing community entity. I always say to people, our channels are a place where you can tune in and see, you know, what people think in your community. But even better than that is our actual community television center has become such an, it's just become like this community center where people come to gather, they come to help each other, share their message, they come to kind of share ideas, mix and meld, and actually work together collaboratively on ideas. And I mean, I'm telling you, there's a lot of different belief systems that go on in this building. There's a lot of people who don't see things the same way, but you would never know it because everybody's very respectful, because they all understand what the true meaning behind community television is, I believe, and that's to give people an outlet to voice their opinion.
I get more out of here versus being at a bigger production facility, just because you get to really meet and understand what volunteers are doing here. It's more on a personal level. You know, you kind of get to see their vision, and they're telling you what they want to do. So you get to know them on a personal level. I feel like everybody's, you know, like a family here. You know, so for me, I really like that personal touch here that I don't think you'd get other places.
Who is my favorite coworker here? That's a really awkward question, Tina.
My favorite coworker is Matt.
I mean, I'm sure that everybody else has picked me, so I can't really, you know, I mean, I can't play favorites.
My favorite coworker is Matt.
Probably gonna have to be kind of political about this.
I guess I'm going to say Matt.
I pick me as well.
Who's my favorite coworker? I'd have to say Matt. Are you happy now?